you have around $1 million to spend in Austin, you might assume that puts you in a really nice, straightforward category. You know, a big house, a great neighborhood, maybe even some land or a pool. But what I've learned working with a lot of relocation buyers is that Austin doesn't really work that way. Because here, $1 million doesn't buy you one type of home. It actually buys you completely different lifestyles depending on where you decide to live. And that's the part most people don't realize until they're already looking at homes online or flying in for a weekend and trying to figure it all out in 48 hours. So in today's video, I'm going to break this down in a really simple way. We're going to look at what $1 million actually gets you in Austin across 5 very different areas, from downtown condos to central Austin charm to suburban family homes to West Austin lifestyle, and even what people think they're getting near Lake Austin. And I want you to watch this less like a price breakdown and more like a lifestyle comparison. Because the biggest decision you're gonna make when moving to Austin isn't the house, it's the area. And once you understand that, everything becomes a lot clearer. Hi, I'm Megan Hawley. I'm a realtor here in Austin, and I help a lot of families relocate here from out of state. And one of the most common conversations I have starts with, we think our budget is around $1 million. So where does that actually put us? So we're gonna walk through that together. Let's start downtown. If you wanna live in the heart of the city in downtown Austin, $1 million is typically going to get you a high-end condo, not a single family home. And these buildings are really impressive. You're looking at 1 to 2 bedrooms, sometimes a really small 3-bedroom, luxury amenities like pools, gyms, and concierge, walkability to restaurants, bars, and entertainment. And you can step outside and be near everything Austin is known for. Music, nightlife, restaurants, the river. You're not getting space, no big yard, not a lot of privacy, and square footage is limited compared to suburban options. So this is really for someone who values lifestyle over space. This is usually young professionals, downsizers, people who want that city energy. Now let's move into central Austin, specifically neighborhoods like Hyde Park and Rosedale. This is where you start to feel that classic Austin charm. You're getting older character-filled homes, tree-lined streets, walkability to coffee shops, and a very established lived-in neighborhood feel. This is one of the most desirable areas for people who want central location without being downtown. But here's what $1 million looks like. You're usually getting a smaller home, often 2 to 3 bedrooms, maybe updated, but not a large new construction home. Sometimes you're buying charm and location more than size. And that's really the trade-off here. You get proximity and personality, but not space or new build convenience. This is perfect for people who want a walkable, central lifestyle with character. If you go just a bit outside central Austin into areas like Cedar Park, Leander, or Circle C, your money goes a lot further. And this is where $1 million really stretches. You get 4 to 5 bedroom homes, larger yards, newer construction or updates, neighborhood pools, parks, trails, stronger school zones depending on the exact area. And this is where a lot of relocating families end up when they want space and practicality. Now the vibe here is different. You're not going to be walking to dinner every night, but you are getting more house, more privacy, more predictability for family life. So this is really for people who are thinking long-term, schools, routines, and space to grow. Now let's talk about West Austin, areas like Steiner Ranch, 4 Points, and parts of Lakeway. This is where people come when they want a mix of hill country views, stronger schools, access to outdoor lifestyle, and proximity to Lake Austin. At the $1 million price point, you're typically getting 3 to 4 bedroom homes, more variation in finishes, sometimes older homes or smaller lots, but access to some incredible scenery and amenities. This area feels more Texas hill country than city. And for families, a big draw here is school access and outdoor living. But the trade-off is longer commutes to downtown, less urban convenience, and at $1 million, you're not always getting top-of-the-line finishes. So you're paying for lifestyle and location, but not necessarily size or luxury finishes. Now, I want to add one more category because this is what a lot of relocation buyers think they want when they move to Austin, and that's proximity to Lake Austin. At the $1 million price point, you're not typically going to get a true waterfront home, but what you can get is access adjacent living in areas like Four Points and parts of Northwest Austin near the lake corridor. And this is where things get interesting. At around $1 million, you might see 3 to 4 bedroom homes, hill country views, or greenbelt lots, some homes with partial lake access through community amenities, and a very nature meets convenience lifestyle. What people love about this area is the feeling. You're surrounded by trees, elevation, and scenery that feels very different from Central Austin. And you're still not fully in the suburbs either. You're in this middle zone where you get nature and relatively easy access into the city compared to deeper hill country areas. But here's the honest expectation setting. At $1 million, you're buying lifestyle proximity to Lake Austin, not lakefront ownership. So this is perfect for buyers who want that Austin outdoors feel. So when people ask me, what does $1 million actually get me in Austin? The honest answer is it doesn't get you one specific thing. It gets you options. And each option comes with a very different version of what your life in Austin would actually look like. Because at this price point, you're not just comparing homes, you're comparing lifestyles. You're deciding between, do you want to live in the energy and convenience of a downtown condo in the middle of the city? Do you want the charm and walkability of something like Hyde Park or Rosedale? Do you want space, yards, and more traditional family living in areas like Cedar Park or Circle C? Do you want that hill country lifestyle in West Austin near Steiner Ranch or Lakeway? Or do you want to be close to the feeling of Lake Austin without actually being on the water? And none of these are right or wrong. That's the part I really want people to understand. The best $1 million home in Austin doesn't exist in a vacuum. It only exists in relation to what you actually want your daily life to feel like. Because I've had clients fall in love with a downtown condo online and then realize they actually want a backyard and space for their kids. And I've had other clients think they want a big suburban home until they get here and experience Austin and realize walkability and lifestyle matters more to them. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about moving to Austin, the takeaway isn't which neighborhood is best, it's which version of Austin actually fits the life you want to live. And that's really what I help my clients figure out when they're relocating here, because once you get clarity on that, the home search becomes so much easier and honestly a lot less stressful. If you want help narrowing that down for your own move to Austin, reach out anytime. You can schedule a call in the link below. And if you want more breakdowns like this, neighborhoods, pricing, and what it's really like living in Austin, be sure and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.